The New Orleans Pelicans beat the Utah Jazz on Friday night 124-90. You heard that right. 124-90. It was an absolute beatdown, a 34-point win. And this wasn't just a win against some team. This was a win against a Jazz team that had won 9 of their last 10 going into this matchup. A Jazz team that is 39-23 and sits 4th in the Western Conference. The Pelicans just did that to them. And what's been crazy about the Pelicans win is it is one of a 3-game mark that has seen the Pelicans win by margins of 28 points, 30 points, and then last night's 34-point win. That is 3 straight blowouts at the hands of the New Orleans Pelicans. And only 21 teams in NBA history have won 3 straight games by 25+ points. And this is according to SB Nation, with 19 of them making the playoffs. Don't sleep on the New Orleans Pelicans. Before we continue on with the video, do me a solid favor, drop a like. It helps the algorithm a ton. And if you are new and you are watching this, please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 27K, plus ring the bell for more videos just like this. And in that game against the Jazz, Brandon Ingram, he scored 29 points. And he was just on throughout. Brandon Ingram has always been one of my favorite players. And I'll tell you guys this much. Lakers fans are missing B.I. right now. CJ McCollum added 24 points. Hernan Gomez scored 13. Snell had 11. Marshall had 10. And the Pelicans led by 18 after the first quarter, by 27 at halftime, and by 32 at the end of the third quarter. This one was a wrap. They led by as many as 37, on their way to increasing their average margin of victory during this winning streak of 4 games to 26.8 points. That is absurd. And what's really crazy is how well CJ McCollum has been playing. And CJ McCollum, when the Pelicans traded for him, I knew this was going to be a good fit. CJ McCollum has come alive with the New Orleans Pelicans. And you have seen what he has done over his last string of games with the Pelicans, and it is impressive. Since coming over to New Orleans, McCollum is averaging 26.3 points, 5.8 rebounds, and 5.8 assists with the highest usage rate and true shooting percentage of his career. That's saying something, because CJ McCollum was no scrub in Portland. He had some pretty good campaigns with Portland. But since the trade deadline, only Luka Doncic, Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, and DeMar DeRozan have scored more points than CJ McCollum. That is some great company to be with. And take this in. Just 1 month ago, on February 3rd, 538's forecast gave the Pelicans only an 8% chance to make the playoffs. Today, they're at 24%, and it could even be higher by the time this video goes out. And they are lingering in 10th place. And they are a threat to make some noise in the play-in. You cannot tell me this team is not going to make one of those higher seeds nervous if they get into the playoffs with the type of momentum that they're on. There's still a lot of games left to close out the season. I'm not saying the season's ending today or in the next week, but if the Pelicans continue this type of consistent dominant play and they get into the playoffs, they're not going to be a bottom feeding team that a top seed could just coast through. They're going to give you a run for your money. They are going to fight hard, and they are going to play hard till the very end. And the Pelicans have gotten some other good news. If this wasn't good enough, just seeing what they've been able to do a part of this win streak, Zion Williamson. You looked at Zion Williamson's status, the 21-year-old, everybody's waiting for him to be back on the court, and he has been out indefinitely and has been said to gradually progress to full weight bearing exercise and basketball activities after a report Wednesday revealed improved bone healing in his right foot. But then today, Shams tweeted this out. Pelicans Zion Williamson is returning to New Orleans, so he's actually coming back to New Orleans after spending that time in Portland for his foot rehab, sources tell me and Will Gullery. Williamson has been cleared to progress in basketball activities. Pelicans have won 4 straight games and are in the playoff race. This is some good news. This is a positive spin to it. I know Pelicans fans have been waiting to see Zion Williamson back out there, and the fact that he is cleared for basketball activities, that leads you to think his return is not that far away. And hopefully it's not. Keyword hopefully, because I want to see Zion back out there. I'm tired of this bus talk. I'm tired of people comparing him to Greg Oden. Give Zion Williamson some respect, damn it. We've seen how good he can be in the games that he has played. I know he's got to get his injury problems intact. He's got to get his weight in order. But Zion Williamson still has a chance to be very, very special. I'm not ready to give up on this kid this early into his career. I think people who have done that are just stupid, to be honest. I mean, there is a lot to like about Zion Williamson, and if he can get back out there on the court, he's going to prove people wrong. So you look at this Pelicans team, they got people talking right now. This is a fun team to watch. They make that big splash at the deadline, and without Zion Williamson, they are making a whole ton of noise in the Western Conference. And this group, right now, I mean, in their earliest days, they are a very fascinating matchup nightmare group for any team that they play. And so far, the good has outweighed the bad. And if this group is able to stay healthy and win games in March that they're supposed to, maybe Williamson can return to a team that's already built to impose its will. And Zion Williamson wants to play for a winner, so he could be that missing piece to this puzzle that will be a good one in New Orleans. So you look at the Pelicans right now. They keep winning games. They find themselves in a good situation. They are 10th place in the West. So if the playoffs did start today, the Pelicans would play the Lakers in a one-game playoff. And they just blew out the Lakers a couple of games ago. So they would not be worried about taking on the Lakers. And the Lakers probably fall out of it. It would be interesting if the Pelicans were to take on the Blazers in the play-in. But let's just say it's the Lakers. Pelicans are not worried about that. And then you got to get through the loser of Timberwolves Clippers. This is going based on how it is today. A lot can still change. But that's also going to be a very winnable matchup for the Pelicans. And then let's just say you get into the playoffs. The Phoenix Suns, they're obviously without Chris Paul. They're going to be the heavy favorite. The Warriors, they're in a little bit of a rut right now, but they're probably going to be okay. And then the Grizzlies. Those are the top three teams that will impose fear on the bottom seeds. But Mavericks, Jazz, Nuggets, those are teams that the Pelicans could put up a fight against. And who knows if they go up against one of those top three teams in the West. Again, do not sleep on this Pelicans team. They are gelling at the right time. And this is a good team. They look very good together. I love how they're able to gel. I really like their starting unit. I mean, you look at a guy like Jonas Valanciunas, he's really found himself here in New Orleans. CJ McCollum, of course, he's been on an incredible run. We talk about him. Herb Jones has been a breath of fresh air. Jackson Hayes and B.I. Brandon Ingram, he can be so good. And when he plays like he did against the Jazz, look out. He had 29, 6, and 8. Crazy. And then you look at some of their bench pieces. You got Graham, Snow, Marshall. The Pelicans got some pieces here. And if Zion Williamson can come back, this is a team that's going to have me very interested in watching what they can do as a full unit. So we'll see what happens, but I just wanted to shine some light on the Pelicans. They look legit right now, and I don't think this is a fluke. I think this is a team that is gradually going to get better, and they are going to flourish with the team that they have out there on the court. So let me know what your thoughts have been about the Pelicans. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, plus ring the bell. Leave a comment down below. I read all of them. And let me know what your thoughts have been of the New Orleans Pelicans, the New Look Pelicans, with all that's been going on in New Orleans. So let me know. As always, thank you so much for watching. This is Luca Rosano on the mic with another video. Your support is greatly appreciated, and I'll be back at it again in the next video.